Hello. Hello. How we doing? So, normally I would work my altered book, but I don't feel this tonight. I'm not feeling it. So, I'm feeling this. As you know, in the morning we are working on this detective journal, and it's kind of Sherlock Holmesy, you know. But right now what we're doing is the flips. So I'm calling this an album journal because this is literally a scrapbook album that I am converting into a journal. We're going to put some signatures and stuff in it. And that is from Heartfelt Creations. Now they closed about, 7 years ago, but I came across some of these, which are all different. What do they call these things? Pockets and flip-flops. So they're literally like these pieces of stuff that like flip and flop in different directions, and they do different things. And I thought, how cool would it be to incorporate some of these in as pockets, like flips and pockets and stuff. So I have that, and we also have, there's another one that's just pockets. So I thought, how cool would it be? So we're going to decorate some of this stuff and flip one of these flip things. We're going to cut it apart and use it the way that we want to. And, we're going to make some flips for putting in the book, because that's what I feel like doing today. Okay? Well, no flips for you. Not right now, anyway. So I'm going to start with this one. And I kind of like this piece right here. So I'm going to cut that off. Let's do this, right? Why not, right? Let's do something silly. So I did change the title. This is not altered book. Now this is do the flippy thing. So let me see if I can get this in my trimmer, which I can't. I'll get a bigger trimmer. You get a bigger trimmer. We want to make sure that we're taking off the right parts. Okay, so we're going to take this part off. Okay. So I'm going to take that part off and this part here. Which we may use these parts somewhere else, but we're just not using them here. And if I screw this up, it's okay, because I got more of these things. All right, so let's make sure we have a nice straight line here. Okay. So let's get rid of this. So yeah, so I went to their website. I'm like, what are you supposed to do with these things? Because I opened them up and I was like, what? Which is a little confusing for somebody who makes journals, And so I went and I looked, and their website was like, thank you, but we're closed. And I went, okay, let me try YouTube. YouTube has a video for everything, not for this. They do, but it's like, even the guy is like, well, you just kind of, flip it around and do what you want with it and make it your own. And I was like, okay, so basically they just put some paper in a box. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's talk who's here. Michelle is in the house. Hello, my darling. Yes, get your motor running. Are you feeling a little better? Sandy's here. Hello, Steffi G.
Rico.
Christine is in the house. Hello, ladies.
Mike with Cox Advanced Technical Support.
So we're just going to play today. I'm just going to play with these. I got all kinds of pieces of paper and stuff out, and, little bits and pieces. And I thought, we'd play. We got our ephemera bag sitting here, and, we're just going to play with this. Why not, right? Okay.
All right. Awesome. That's what
so I don't like that. We're going to clean that up. Let's clean it up.
Sounds like you're busy with something, so I won't keep you. You have yourself a fantastic evening as well. Thank you, kind sir.
Got to use the bigger trimmer. It's just not small enough for that. Right, And this trimmer is not very, user friendly when it comes to this kind of thing. It doesn't like to take small parts, So here we go. All right, we got it. He's stalking the desk. Hello, Harry. What's up, fish face? Get your booty off my nuts. I got peanuts sitting up here, and you're trying to sit on them. Now knock it off. What are you being such a brat for? Huh? You want to say hello? Come over and say hello. Come on. Come on. You can come say hi. You crafted for a whole hour? That's cool. That's the most you've done in about 2 weeks. There he is. Yeah, he just wants to be loved. Nobody wants to see that. He was outside for like an hour and a half today. He didn't want to come in. Everybody's like, come on in the house. And he's like, no, I'm just going to stay out here and chase these ants around my cage. He's got those little piss ants in his kennel. They come in for his water bowl. And he's just in there picking them up. Scared the crap out of Sandy. She thought he had like a gardener snake or something in there that he decapitated. Nope. Just being Harry. Just Harry doing Harry things, huh? Yes. You want some treats? You want some Auntie Carla's? Everybody's saying hello to you. You're going to say hello? No. Don't show anybody my face. It's like a sin of cathood. I have to be aloof. Okay. So, did you eat all your treats? Now you got to go. Go on. Go. Down. Harry, down. Here. Here's a knee. Go on. There you go. Thank you. All right. We're going to play with this. So this is the part that we put, we glue down. And then this piece comes in. So we have to, this actually has a double crease on it. So we have to see if we can get this to work. It will. But I think I want to move this over a little bit. What's the matter? I'm going to cover it. So we put this on here. What is it? See, it's like a weird measurement. It's like, it's not even, it's like right dead in the middle. All right. Let's do it here, which will put it under the paper. Under the decoration paper. And then it will flippy floppy better. Yes. A little off. Well, it comes pre-folded, so you have to, you're kind of fighting the fold. Mari! Hi, baby! Just because I had some stuff on my desk, I made some belly bands. All right, so which direction are we going to have this? We're going to have this, I guess it doesn't really matter because we can just turn this thing either way we want. So let's just measure and put paper on this. I'm really having fun with this journal. All right, so it's 4 1/4. So we go 4 by 3 1/2. Okay, this is the best part. I can just, write on it. All right, so I'm thinking we'll use some of these. Yes, we can cut a little trimmer. All right, so let's take the end off over here. Boop. Let's go at 4. 4 is the up and down. This is 3 1/4. Come on, Els, get it together. Okay, 4. Take that off. Come up here till 4, which takes that off. Is that right? That is not right. Let me measure again. Oh, it's 5 1/4. 5 by. Oh, okay, we'll pick another piece. That's going to be on a card somewhere. How about this one? Okay. 3 1/4. 5. So take that part off, and then we'll turn it around and see what we get over here. I've been cutting sticky stuff, can you tell me? And that goes right there. I like it. Okay. So we are using scorched timber on this. I have a cheat sheet. It tells me everything. Carla! I missed you, baby. Where you been? Where you been? Oh, yeah, Carla, by the way. I was cleaning my desk off yesterday. Like my desk, my actual desk over here. And everybody knows I have a craft table. And then over there I have a desk. Which is where the computer is, which is why sometimes it feels like I'm not paying attention because I have to look to the right to see what's in the chat. So I'm like going through this big pile of stuff I have on my desk over here, and I found this. Apparently, I was supposed to mail this a while ago and take it to the post office, and I forgot. So whatever's in here, it's on its way. I'm sorry. I think it's probably from when I mailed out everybody's prize winnings. So I think it's full of goodies. It's kind of lumpy. I was like digging through stuff and I was like, yeah, maybe I should have mailed that out. Durr. So I will go to the post office tomorrow and get that in the mail for you. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Harry, it's not happening. You were already here once. You've already had treats. No, don't sit. He's sitting on my desk staring daggers at the back of my head. Give me things, woman. I want things. Get down. Look, we've had to talk about this. You have 3 places you're allowed to be: on the floor, on the craft table, and in the back of my chair. None of those things is my desk. Now get down. Get down. Down, sir. Go. Thank you. I'm sassy about it. Oh, I went to the thrift store today because I had to take Sandy to the thrift store because she needed to go. And I found all of these. They were like in 4-packs. Well, 1 4-pack and 1 5-pack. But they're in really good shape. You know? And they're nice and juicy too. The thing is that they're all in shades of blue. All right. All right, so now we have to put paper here, and then we have this little flippy thing to cover too. So we have to figure this out. I think we'll put this there. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. What are we using? We have all of this. We have some half sheets. There's lots of it. Hold on. Maybe we'll do this. because, maybe we'll do this. Because you're only going to see a little portion of it, Yeah, I've managed to trash my craft desk here real quick. Like, that was the fastest I've ever trashed it. All right, so we want this to be like 2 1/4. Doesn't have to be very wide. It just has to give the illusion that it's wider. And then 5. Yeah. All right, inking. Took a 2.5 hour nap yesterday. Wow. Dang, girl. You working hard.
How many are you going to eat there? Okay, go on, eat.
Now, he said he wanted to eat. Now that Daddy's out the door, he's going to want to go out the door. I can sense him walking over there now. You left me. Why would you leave me? All right, so I'm going to line this up on this fold over here. All right, and then we're going to close this. Put some clips on it. We'll measure this piece. This piece, though. Hey, I wonder. That'll fit on there. I bet you. Let's fold it and find out. It'll fit. Oh, I don't want to do it, though. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because if I do that, it'll be bulky. And I don't want to do that. I want it to be nice and, I want it to lay flat. So we have a little pocket here, and we'll just do a little, bottom pocket over here. So we've got these little houses we can use as the bottom pocket, see? Because they go with that. That'll work. Now we just need something in the background. And I think that something that would be good in the background is just some writing paper. We have this whole 6x6 thing. Let's see if there's anything other than that I like. There's kind of this. You could do that. Yeah. And then with that as the pocket. I know. I'm not afraid. There. How's that? I know. I'm a little manic. Let me check the sugar. I think it's high. Or I'm just in a good mood. Heavens forbid. No, it's probably high. I had Chinese for lunch. He's back again. I'm poking myself and making blood. You want some? You vampire? No, sugar's actually pretty decent for having eaten just about an hour ago. Okay. So I'm going to take that off. Right there. That's going to be our pocket. We'll mount that. Let's measure this. This is 4 3/4 by 5. So we'll take an inch off the bottom. 4 3/4. Here. Quit shaking my chair. Hey, booger snot, knock it off. That's not right. I can't even measure today. We're going to try that. See how that works. Oh, better. Okay. I turn my fan on. It's hot. It's getting hot in here. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Fatty's on the back of my chair. If I lean even a little bit, the whole chair goes poop. Okay. Could you not yell at me? You want out? I'll let you out. Let me turn around so that Dodo doesn't fall to the ground. There we go. Now I'll let you out. And that is, he loves to ride on the chair. I don't know why.
It's so great. He was like, you have to let the dog out. I am still getting on the desk.
All right, so I'm going to glue this down.
Harry, you just don't know what time.
So I went to the thrift store today, but I didn't take you guys with me. I know. I'm horrible. But the thrift store I went to didn't have a lot of stuff. They had a lot of stuff, but not a lot of stuff. All right, so now I need a piece of black paper, which is over here. I swear, Harry, if you stick a claw on my back, I'm going to hurt you. Kitty, kitty. Kitty of mine. Nothing in there. I gotta grab a piece of black paper without dumping the cat. It's about. Okay. I made it. All right. Quit moving around back there. 3 3/4. 3 3/4, and this is about like 2. 3 3/4 by 2.5. Okay. 2.5. 3 3/4. Hey, Brian. Hi, Gypsy. Yes, we went and got C's candy and Chinese food from my favorite Chinese restaurant. Okay. If I'm not dropping stuff, guys, all thumbs. Hi, how you doing? Okay. All right. Oh, he's on the move again. Oh, now you're gonna sneeze at me? I think he's got hay fever. He's been sneezing for like 3 days.
Piece of black cardstock.
No, that's 110.
Down here?
Regular cardstock to the left there. Yeah, the 110 is all at the top. 65 is all at the bottom.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Last thing she needs is 110-pound cardstock. She'll be like, I can't get this to fold. I got some thumbs up showing on my screen. All right, let's get rid of those. Put a little more glue right here. Right there. Okay, put the clip back on. All right, so now we have this little piece that is going to be inside the book. We have a little pocket. We have a pocket here. We got a cute little cover on it. We're going to do something on the back. We're going to do something on the back. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to do something. Okay. And like I said, the folds on these are not perfect. So you have to kind of mess with them. But they're big pieces and they have a lot of options, you know? So I thought they were kind of cool. To play with. Okay, so now we need to put a piece here. And I'm going to try and measure this and get it right the first time. All right, so it's about 2 inches. So 1 3/4. I'm writing this down. Or not. My desk is eating my pencil. Okay. 1 3/4 by 5 by 5. All right. So now we need a thin piece for here. Oh. I think we might be able to pull this off. Because that's too narrow. You know? So we might be able to pull this off. So let me take that off the edge. Nothing personal, really. 1 3/4. Okay. 1 3/4. Take that off the top. We'll take a little more off the bottom here, and then we'll take some more off the top. There, because I really want the camera. Like 5 and a smidge. think. It's like 5 and a smooch. Yes. Okay, 8. Yeah, I would go see an endocrinologist as well. There's got to be something. Now, do you have type 1 or type 2? That's the question. Is it type 1 or type 2? I met a lady yesterday, day before yesterday, I think. Day before yesterday. Terrified. She's found out her 7-year-old son has type 1. And she's like, and they don't tell you anything. I was like, I know. They don't tell you shit. Like, seriously, they said, your A1C is too high. Here's drugs. Take them. Go see a nutritionist. And I go see the nutritionist, and he's like, okay, well, he doesn't have any answers for me either. And so, like, I walked in, and I'm like, okay, so just give me a number. What's the number that I have to hit in carbs in order to stay healthy? And he gave me the number. He's like, that's the number. And I went, fine, fantastic. That's it. See you later. And, 6 months later, I had turned it around. But ever since they gave me that medication, now, like, I can't keep it under control. It goes up and then it crashes down to like 60 in 20 minutes. Type 2, yeah, that's not right. But see, then again, I told you, like I said the other day, there was new studies that I've seen. It was even an AARP magazine where they were talking about, for older Americans, for older people, that number, that A1C number, may not be the right guide point anymore. So, yay, we all have that to look forward to. That now they don't know, what we're supposed to do and not supposed to do anymore. Fantastic. Let's see. Do we have any? Does anybody see any regular cardstock around here? Craft, preferably. I don't see any. Well, there's this one, but that's too small. Okay, I'm gonna need another piece of craft paper, which means y'all get another view of Harry. Oh, he left. Okay. He left that time. He was like, no, I'm out of here. Nope, nobody knows. Chicken butt. Yeah, your numbers are just, they're too much. They're fluctuating too much. Especially if you're only 143 pounds. I'd love to be 143 pounds. I'm like 243 pounds. I'm a fatty. That's okay, though. My hubby's a chubby chaser. He likes me chunky. I think he thinks nobody else will look at me that way. Except other chunkies. Okay, that goes in and it closes. That's all I really wanted. This side's a little wider, so we're going to just trim it just a hair. Okay. Did not cut nice. Where's my scissors? I need my scissors. Next 4 weeks? Yeah. right, so we got a card in there. We've stoof. We still have to do this part. Okay. Let's see if Els can measure. 5 this way by 3 3/4. Let's try that again. Here we go. All right, let's see how we did. Holy crap, I actually measured something. So she thinks she might be teetering between the two. Okay. You know, the answer might be an insulin pump, where it only gives you insulin when you need it, you know, and otherwise you can do anything you want. Could be the answer. Put the glue on the paper. It puts the glue on the paper. Gluey, gluey, glue. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 gluey, gluey, glue. I don't know where we're going to put this or if it even make it into the journal, to be honest. But I like it. It's cute, and it'll go in the, you know, it'll work in the journal. Yes, well, yeah, cut of that, yeah. Yeah, candy and chips are bad for you. I think we'll keep these pieces because they're nice size pieces. We'll keep those to put in our strip container. That one too. Yes, it's actually, these are actually pieces that are designed for this book. You know? So we might put this in, which means it would flip this way. Go that way. And then it would go this way. So I don't know. We might put that in there. Who knows? But we got more of these to play with, so we'll play with more of them. I made Sandy so happy yesterday. Day before yesterday, we were at the grocery store with Hubbard. And we were walking down the back aisle of the store, and I looked over and I saw, she loves Squirt. She lives for that stuff. And she hasn't been able to drink it because, you know, she has to be on a no sugar soda. She's not diabetic, but she's at the borderline. So as much soda as she drinks, that is one way for her to control it, is to stop drinking sugared soda.
Cox Advanced Technical Support calling on
So,
our recorded line. How are you doing today, kind sir?
There was Squirt. 0 sugar, 0 calorie Squirt.
I've never the same thing twice, ever, honestly. So, hey, yeah, I'm sure you do.
Oh, Brian.
It comes scrolling across my desk. I do see where you're going to take you.
What are we going to do with you,
Around this,
young man?
and it looks like, according to the spectrum, they have found the fiber cut or damage.
Okay, so then we have this one.
There's no ETR on the fix at this point. Do you want us to hold off with advising you on these updates until morning, or
which we could glue on as a pocket with a flip,
Right.
with a tuck, or hold on, there's another piece here. I know we cut it up to 3 pieces. Here's another one. Or we could just do this as another flip. I think we might do that. We might just put some flips in. Let me cut this off.
Right. Right. Okay. Right. You want us to give you a call when
I
it's
don't think
something
we
more
need quite that much.
substantial, like,
Flip.
hey, they've got it fixed, or
Let's
they're
get rid of this.
slicing it up right now. You know.
What is that at? It's like 1.5 inches. So let's take it. Right about there. This one is about 1 inch. So
Right.
right
Right.
about there.
Yeah. I think.
Okay. I just don't think we need,
well,
more than 1/2 inch. About 1/2 inch,
I'll set this
to
up.
do the flippies.
I'll set this out for a couple hours and we'll check it again because, well, it's them and their construction and they're finding the fiber damaged location. So I don't have any information on them splicing. This was an update for them.
So now we have these.
15 minutes ago.
That kind of do this thing. And then they can flip. But the problem is if I put this on here,
I see.
if I put that on there, then this has to flip this way.
Okay.
Because
couple hours.
otherwise-
we'll check again and give you an update at that point.
it would be upside down.
8 a.m. You got it. All right, buddy. I appreciate the patience and understanding.
Okay, I'm going to do it
Guys,
this
you
way.
have a
And it's just going
fantastic
to, go this way.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm doing a fantastic measuring thing. I know you're up to stuff there, kitty. Well, wait for your aphid and then maybe do that indoor walking thing. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. That one, and what's that other one? There's another one that's like, God, she's always on everything in YouTube and Facebook. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like you do it at your own pace. You just move the way you want, and you can sit and do it. Just don't remember what it was called. Yeah, there's chair exercises. Yeah, you could do that because at least they're going to help you. If something happens, they're going to be there. And they can even put the belt on, and walk you take a walker with you, or like one of those rolling chairs, not a wheelchair, but they have the rolling chairs that they can bring, and they're very light. They can bring along, and if you need to rest, they can, let you sit down and rest. I'm going to wedge these because if I put this in, I'm going to wedge this. Okay, so then we have that. We'll flip it open, and there should be a pocket on the inside. That's what I have decided. So I'm going to trim this. And we're going to go 2.5 inches. And then we're going to be brave, ladies. Yep. Look at that. That fits. So let's go like that. Maybe I did that right. Maybe I didn't. We'll see. But I mean, just do what you can. Maybe get some exercise belts, some like rubber bands, and see if you can just, lightly start doing that. Because to be honest, instead of losing weight, if you just build muscle, that's good too. Because with your heart the way it is, I know you're not a candidate for a gastric. They won't do it. Of course, that weird little doctor down in Texas probably would. I'm pretty sure he would do a gastric bypass on anybody as long as they actually, try to get their weight under control. What is that guy's name? They call him Dr. M. That's what I call my doctor too, Dr. M. This is just hair too tall. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to glue this in, and then we'll put in some kind of card or something here. I don't know. Maybe a tag. Well, Sandy has to walk every day. She doesn't get a choice. I forgot to put background paper on this. So let's take that off. Let's put a piece of background on here because otherwise you can't tell it's a damn pocket. It just looks like it's floating there in the wind. Ooh. Let's do base on this. And we'll glue that back down. It'll work. 4, 3 3/4 by 4 3/8. Four 3/8. That's the ticky between 4 1/4 and 4 1/2. What did we say? 3 1/4 ish. Oh, I don't like that piece at all. 3 1/4. Get out of here. You're in my way. See? Never get this right. Ever, ever, ever. Let me try this again. That's 4, so 3 1/4. 3 3/4. 3.75 by 4 3/8. Now I got to find another piece of paper. It's okay. I have some. Okay. 4 3/8 by 3 3/4. Not 3 1/4, 3 3/4 brain damaged. Let me see. Oh, look at that. So much better. Okay. Now, ink. No, your doctor wouldn't even let you do it. My mom had she had 3 heart attacks before she had her gastric, and she had her gastric back in when before they even it wasn't normal. You know what I mean? It wasn't like today. It's almost an everyday thing. They do them, almost as an outpatient, for crying out loud. When she did hers, it was ridiculous. They didn't even have any they didn't send her to a dietitian or anything. I had to create a diet for her and everything. She was like, "It's a damn good thing my kid has a freaking degree in food. Otherwise, I'd be starving." But yeah, they wouldn't do it unless her cardiologist okayed it. Same thing with my brother. My brother had to have one because he's a big guy. He's always been a big guy. But he got really big. And yeah, they wouldn't do it unless the cardiologist signed off on it. We're going to do this one. Piece of paper. Is it tall enough? It is. Let's ink this. Let's put a little grunge on it. Why? Because I think it should have a little grunge. Not everything's perfect and clean. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you're right. It is a very personal decision, and you have the right to say yes or no, because for some people who get it done, I knew one guy who did it, and it was probably, it saved his life because he had 0 willpower. But he couldn't eat meat afterwards. He could eat everything else, but no meat, because meat would get stuck in his throat. And I know some people who've had it done that they can't even eat a piece of birthday cake if they want to. You know what I mean? So it's a very personal decision. You still with me, Michelle? I check on her because she might fall asleep on me. Jesse, wake mommy up. Jesse's my cohort. He's my collaborator. He does evil things to Michelle because I tell him to. I know that's bad, but I'm teaching him how to be evil. Okay, so now we have this one. That's a flippy. And, seriously, it can go either way. We can put it in that way and open it. Or, put it over here and, could go this way, that way. It doesn't matter. So we got that one. So we'll put that with the book. I know, right? Everybody's sleeping now. Met check.
Nap check.
People said hi to you.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, because you walked out the door. Okay, so we're probably not going to use any more of that because it's got flowers on it, and we don't like flowers, so we'll move that out of the way. What a freaking mess. How did I make this much of a mess? Who let me make this mess? Seriously, who let me make this mess? Okay. Let me get this stuff out of the way real quick. because I have these pieces that I want to cut out. These are one of the kits. And there's some cute pieces in here, so I want to use them. Yes, I do. See, that's cute. These are cute pieces. These ones are real cute. They're like little folder things. So let me get these out. They're like little folder journal card things. They're cool. I like them. We'll have to cut these by hand, though. These, well, this one anyway, I think we can pull out of here. That one we're going to have to do by hand. Well, we'll pretty much have to do them all by hand, actually. But, you know, we'll try. There. There. And oh, just a little bit more. Just a little there. Okay, and then this one over here. Okay. So that one, that has to come out by hand. Those have to come out by hand. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Nothing there. I know there's more in here. Ah. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. Okay. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. We'll do this one. Skeezers. I just put all that stuff. Hey, Maggie. You like it when I make a mess, huh? I know. She was actually telling me we were live one day crafting, and she's like, "I've never seen your desk so messy." Because I just don't make a mess, you know. I'm very like clean it up. But sometimes you just have to have fun, you know what I mean? That's cute. Those are little tags. All right, so this little guy is kind of hard to do because you gotta cut them out of here. And this is not easy. Hold on, let me get this there and that up there. Trying to stay in a straight line. Not very successful, but I tried. I get points for trying, right? Okay, now let's round these corners. Round these corners. Let's see if we can get that in there. Round those. Okay. So yeah, these were part of the ephemera from one of the kits. I thought they were cute. So this one's going to be a little awkward because I didn't get it on there straight, I don't think. So we'll just have to kind of go with it. If it's real bad, we'll just cut it in half and make two out of it. 2 cards instead of one fold over. Do 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 do. There, 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 there. This is a little bulky, so let me just hit it with the bone folder, make it a little bit more compact, and see if I can get this straight. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Close enough for hand grenades and horseshoes. That's one. That's the other. That one's cut out. We have this identification card. Look at the freaking mess that I made. It's all Michelle's fault. She encourages me to make a mess. Whoop. All right. So then I have this. It came out of it's like a thing. Most important things in life are not things at all. Unknown. It's like one of those, ticket tag book things. And it's an identification card. There's more of them too that I thought would work. So we have an identification card. And then here we go. I have a vintage looking boarding pass and a coat check. And I thought these three could really work in this journal. Not entirely sure how, but I know they can. So, we've got them. These all need holes because they need to, be tags. Hey now, what is everything falling all over the place for up here? Get up there. Get up there, behave yourself. Thank you. All right. So we're going to put holes in these. Because we're going to put things in them. Let me grab the things.
We need things. Things.
Okay. Yeah, don't look at me. I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs today. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Okay. Actually, yes, it's a mess. But as soon as, within 5 minutes of this live ending, this will all go away. And there'll be nothing here. This never happened. I'm totally an Edna.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yep. I am that overly clean up kind of person. All right. So now we have these. I think I want to round these corners just a little, just slightly, Not a lot, just enough. Just at the top, not at the bottom, just the tops. Just right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then at the bottom of this one. Yeah, because. Right. So now we have those. Too cool. What else do we have over here? We have tickets and words. We have those envelopes still. I found this and I thought that would work in there, but we're going to put that on the pages, I think, as opposed to, And then that's the other one. And I put a little tab on it, so we'll cut some more tabs. And I got these cards, which we think look like the guys. And then we have some tags, a little ticket. That's extra paper. That is a large picture of their flat. And then we have little journaling cards. They're the same as the ones, as the bigger ones, but they're just smaller. And then we have that one. I have more like this. I just have to pull them. So let's cut a couple more tabs for that. So where did we cut that out? We cut it out of file folder, and I think there's a piece of it in here still. It is. So tomorrow, Tabapalooza. That's what we're doing with Craft With Me. It's going to be Tabapalooza. Thank you, Brian. What container? What container? Tell me about the container. Which container are we talking about? I have a lot of containers. Oh, you mean this one? That is from Harbor Freight. And the problem is Harbor Freight is not carrying that line anymore. So I actually found 3 of them at my local Harbor Freight. I'm going to go look at the other ones because I've had a lot of people ask about them. And so I'm going to grab them. And hopefully I can find enough of them that, you know, I can get them in a sale. I don't want to do it in the shop if I don't, you know, I'd rather sell it to you guys than put it in the shop. I love them. All of my beads are in them. I have like 10 of them for my beads and stuff. So nice. And if we ever get rid of these stupid tariffs, I'm going to get some more of these in because everybody asks about these too. But I did manage to get a whole bunch of the slot ones before the tariffs kicked in. So we do have those. And they're in the shop. All right. I just love these because it cuts 3 different, you know, size whale tail tabs. And it has that old style reinforcer in there as well. And I've used that quite a bit. Okay. So it doesn't really matter what side we put this on. As long as we get it in the middle, you know, or middle-ish. Mid-ish. Yoop. All right, so now we have that one. We'll put that in the bag. We'll do this one. We'll put that one in the bag. We did pretty good work today, even though it's a mess and I'm being a little weird. I just have a lot of sugar right now. It's all Buggy's fault because he's not here. I'll blame Bug. It's all Buggy's fault. He left me all alone this weekend. No supervision. I have no grandchild supervision. All right, so then we have that one, which is actually only off on one side. That's okay, I don't care. I'm not looking for perfection. Yes, I am. All right, let's see. So we still have one of these. We don't know what we're doing with it. And we still have all of the other ones that came in this set, plus these. So this is just a big side pocket, so let's cover this. Those are big. That's what she said. Here's Bobby. Okay. I'm totally going to miter this because that's not going to work. Okay. Okay. So this is exactly 2 inches by 6 1/4. So 1 3/4 by 6. 1 and 3/4 by 6. Which means we have to go to the bigger pieces of paper. That's okay because I have some strips here. 2 3/4 by 6. Goes there. By 6. This is a cheat. Inking. Glue. Oh, now my fan is hitting me. It's actually good. I was sweating there for a minute. I hate these power surges, guys. Seriously, they're exhausting. Yeah, that'll go on a page. That's cool. Okay, moving on. All right. That's it for my manic day. I'm not even going to bother cleaning this up at the moment. We're just going to take a look at the book and see where we're at. So, whoop. What do we got going on? Lots of stuff. First off, Brian is going to be with his niece for her birthday on Saturday. So he's not going to be having his sale this week. I'm probably going to push it. I'm thinking maybe the 10th. I don't know. We're going to find out. We'll talk to him and see where that's at. Plus, you know, he's not been well lately, so I don't want to push him. So my sale is going to be on Sunday. Tomorrow night, we're having Craft with Me. And in the Craft with Me, we're going to be making, hold on, I know what it is. Tabapalooza. That's right. We're having Tabapalooza. We're going to do all kinds of tabs and stuff using just punches and things. Okay. Because you don't really need tools to make tabs. Let's be honest. So we're going to be doing that. We're just going to get out our paper trimmer and some scraps of paper. And we're going to make some tabs. Lots and lots of tabs. We're going to try different punches. We're going to see what we can come up with. Okay. Then we have mixed media on Saturday. Sunday, we have our game. And then my sale will be Sunday afternoon. And then I have a 7-pocket mini 1-page wonder coming on Monday. And then on Thursday, we have a tea bag pocket. It is stinking adorable. Okay. So it's we've got a really, wow, a really busy month. Okay. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be back working on the Sherlock Holmes journal. If I can find my desk. I can find it. I know where it is. It's underneath all of this stuff someplace. But we're going to be working on that tomorrow. And what else? I think that's it. So if I have not offended you, cool. This might be where you belong. Then hit the subscribe button. Hang out for a while. See, you know, this might be the fit. What else? Check out my community tab. There's a list there. I did update that as of yesterday. So it has all of my videos and everything that are going to be coming up through the end of July. Let's see what else. You can also get a copy of that on out of my Facebook group. If you're a member of my Facebook group, it's real simple to join. All you have to do is go over there and just say, "Hey, let me in," and we let you in. It's kind of that easy. As long as you're not trying to sell porn or something, because we don't like that. So we'll let you in over there. What else? Go by my Ko-Fi and see what you can see over there. There's some free digitals and things. And slide over into my Patreon. I want to thank everybody who is a member of my Patreon. I have a new Patreon member as of day before yesterday. And so I will be getting her welcome gift out to her probably tomorrow. I will be getting that package out to Miss Carla because I can't believe I totally spaced that off. Like it was just sitting on my desk here. Just wow. So, we'll try and get that in the mail tomorrow. And what else? I think that's it. So until I see you again, stay out of the heat, stay hydrated, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys. And every day I get to share with you is a fantastic day. And I am so blessed that you are all with me. So thank you so much. Until then, bye-bye.